Hello class, today we're going to learn how to change a shirt when a person has a weak side. So if we have a right side that is weak, when you are dressing or undressing someone, it kind of makes sense when you think about it. When you undress someone that has a weak side, what you want to do is you want to take off the strong side first. So if this is my weak arm, the first arm is the hardest to get out of a shirt. And so if this is my weak arm, it's going to be hard for me to help you with that. So I can help you better with my strong side. So I'm going to take off the strong side first, and then when I'm dressing, it's reversed. You would dress the weak side first. So what I'm going to do before I get started with my skill is I would pull my privacy curtains. Well, actually, I would have already introduced myself and asked if he wanted to get dressed, I suppose, and then I'm going to pull my privacy curtain. I'm going to have asked him what he wants to wear. We always want to give our residents choices, okay? So I'll ask him would he like to wear this one or this one. So he wants this one today. So I'll take it off the hanger. The other thing I want to get before I get going is I can either get a baggie to put my soiled linen in, or there will be a little soiled linen hamper right here at the edge of the room that I'm going to drop my dirty shirt in. So when I'm doing this, I want to try to overexpose the person as much as I possibly can. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to need to come up a little bit here, even though I've got him sitting up. Now, one thing to keep in mind if you're doing this skill for state competency is you will have a real person in the bed who can help you. They may have a weak arm, but they can still help you. So if this is my weak right arm, I'm going to take off my strong side first, because he can help me with that. So I've pulled my privacy curtain. I'm going to go ahead and, well, it looks like we have this knotted here, which is always fun. Oh, there it goes. And that way the weak arm just kind of slides right off. Now again, I don't want to overexpose, so I'm going to kind of cover him up as I pull this one out. And it used to be we could just set this aside, but for state competency now they actually want us to drop it right into our soiled linen hamper. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this into my soiled linen hamper. Now I'm going to go ahead and dress back, and I'm going to put my weak side on first. And the nice thing for state competency is you only have to do a shirt. You're not going to have to do pants, it's just going to be a shirt. And hopefully my mannequin is flexible enough we can do this. Now, as far as how am I going to get this underneath him, you can ask the person to roll and then tuck it under him and then roll the other way, or you can ask your patient if they can just sit up. So they can't move their right arm very well, but they will be able to sit forward for you. So then I'll bring this one through, and again, I'm just trying to not to overexpose. And we want to move the limbs gently, which, oh hey, I could get it through, nice. You want to make sure when you're doing these skills for state competency that you're explaining your steps, or that you're saying what you're doing as you're doing it, because your evaluator tends to give you credit for it if they see you do it or they hear you say it. They will give you credit. So let's say you're moving the arm kind of roughly, but you're trying to move it gently, and you tell them you're trying to move it gently, they'll give you credit for it. So then you're going to go ahead and button your shirt up. And they'll usually have you button it like part way. They don't usually have you do the whole thing. But you'll button it up. Because I raised the bed up a little bit, I'm going to put it back down. I'll ask him if he wants to stay sitting up, and he says he does. And then I'll give him his call light, and then I would wash my hands. Now, if you noticed, I did not glove for this skill, and you do not need to. Unless a person's on isolation, you do not need to glove to put clean clothes on a person. So that will complete that skill.